2.10 or 2.10. It is multiplying two-digit numbers with regrouping. Okay, so what we're going to do today, guys, is we are going to regroup when we have more than 10 ones, make it a 10. We have to regroup when we have more than 10 tens and make it 100. Okay, let's jump in here. Thoroughbred racehorse can run at speeds of up to 60 feet per second. During practice, Sia's horse runs at a speed of 36 feet per second. How far does her horse run in 3 seconds? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. When we look right here, we know that we are going to have to figure out how many feet she goes in 3 seconds. If she goes 36 feet in 1, we're going to multiply by 3. So 3 times 36. Let's make an estimate. Okay? I'm going to roll this up just a little bit so I can keep going. Let's make an estimate. An estimate, if we round 36 to the nearest 10, it is 40. So 3 times 4 is 12. And let's add that 0. So we have 120. So that's what we're looking for. Something reasonably close to 120. Alright, so this is kind of weird because here's the model, here's the thing, here's the record. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to look at this and say, I'm just going to zoom this in for a little bit here. Alright, so we look right here. Each one of these, we've each line is 36. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we're going to multiply, and we have our multiplication here is 36 times 3. So our first step is we are going to multiply these 3 rows of 1s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 times 6, if we add all those up, is 18. Well, 18, we can group those into something different. So let's move way over here. And we're going to put our 8 right here just like they have. Now, we know that we have 18. So let's group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to take this chunk right here, and we are going to move this over to here. So these no longer are in the ones place. They are in the tens place because we took 10 of them, which gave us 8. Now we're going to regroup that 1 till we have one more 10. Okay? Now, let's get rid of this. Alright, let's keep going. So now we're going to go to step 2. So let's look over here. Now we're going to do 3 times 30. Because we know that this really isn't a 3, it's a 30. We have 36. So 3 times 3 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we have this extra. We've got this extra guy hanging out right here. So we have to add that 10. Well, if we have 9 tens and we add 1 10, we're going to end up with 10 tens or 100. So 90 plus 10 is 108. So Celia's horse can run 108 feet in 3 seconds. Since 108 is close to 120, we know that this is a pretty reasonable answer. Okay, it's pretty close. Good. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. I think there might be too, well, we can go step by step again. 8 times 22. Okay, let's make an estimate. 8 times 20. This one should be super duper fast because we all know that 8 times 2 is 16. And let's add a 0. Whoop. Okay. So 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go this way. There's 10, 22. 10, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Okay? So if we come over here and we take 8 times 2, we know 8 times 2 is 16. We're going to put our 6 right here. Okay? Now, this is regrouping that 1. So here's our 16, guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's our 2 times 8. Well, let's take 10 of them. We're going to put them into our tens place. Okay? So now we are going to move on to our next set of numbers. So we have 8 times 2, but really it's 8 times 20. Okay? So if we have 1, so here's our 20. Here's our original 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. But we have this extra guy that we brought in right here. So we really are going to say that we have 170. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So to make 100, we're going to take 10 of these. So here's where we get our 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 176. So 8 times 22 is 176. Since 176 is close to the estimate of, our estimate was 160, it is reasonable. Okay? Let's clear this one out. So let's try this one. Here we go. Estimate 7 times 76. Well, I know that to estimate that, I'm going to go 7 times 70. And I'm going to get 490. Okay? So that's what I'm shooting for, something close to 490. Alright, so here I'm going to take 7 times 8. Well, I know that 7 times 8 is 56. I'm going to put my 6 here. Then I'm going to bring my 5 up here. So now 6 times 7 times 60. Well, I know that 7 times 6 is 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 476. Oh, I did that wrong. There's my regrouping. Here's our partial product. We're going to go 8 times 7 is 56. And 60 times 7 is 420. If we add our 50, 60 here, we get 476. Okay? So this is not regrouping. And this is not partial product. I did it backwards. So this one really should go over here, and this one really should go over there. Alright, if you have any questions, please let me know.